Hello, Diversity Kitchen. How are you all doing? For me, I'm doing good. I'm doing fantastic. So, today we are going to cook this delicious meal or delicious vegetable soup, cabbage, and smoked turkey wings. So, as I tell you, today we are going to cook cabbage in a Congolese way. So, this is our big cabbage. um you know this is the cabbage that I have, and I have some smoked turkey wings. That's a smoked turkey wings. Look how huge it is. Look, these are too huge. They are big. If I can say they are big. So now we are going to cut first the turkey wings, and then the cabbage we are going to deal with it after. Now we are going to cut, because it's too big I can't cook it just like that, so we have to cut it first. So now we are going to cut it. So I have this big knife, so I'm gonna cut it, try to cut it in small pieces. If you want, this is optional. If you want, you can just cook it the way it is, but for me I prefer to cut it in small pieces, just like that. Look, yeah, that's too small like that. So this is a big knife and it's sharp, so I'm gonna cut it. Use your muscles, use your strength. Just like that. So I cut, this is the last one that I'm cutting. You see, just like that. So if you are using this knife, just use you see the edge like that on the knife is gonna cut it good. So now I finished to cut it. Look how I cut it in pieces, just like this, but it's optional. If you want, you can just leave it just the way the wind is. So we are going to wash it. You see, some have some feathers, so we are going to wash it. So whenever you wash it, you are going to look for the small feathers. Even though this one was small, but still you can see some small feathers on the wings. So I'm gonna wash it. So I finished to wash it. Now I'm gonna put the pot on the fire. So some smoke wings or smoked turkey wings or smoked pork always have salt, but this one I'm not gonna put salt yet, but I'm gonna let it boil first, and then I'm gonna taste and see if they have salt, and then I'm going to add some salt. So that's water. I put some water in it. That's my baby. Look, she just wanna see. So I'm going to cover it and let it boil. Look, that's my sister. She just wanna say hi, Diversity Kitchen. Okay, so I'm gonna let it boil, and then so it boiled like for 30 minutes, and I hope it boiled for 30 minutes. Now I'm gonna test and see if it released the salts or not. So this one didn't have no salt, so now I'm going to add some salt. And I'm not gonna put too many spices in it, because I don't want to kill the smoke flavor. So I want to keep the smoke flavor. So that's garlic powder that I just put, and this is onion powder. But if you got a fresh one, go ahead and cut all those inside. So I'm gonna I'm going to mix everything together, and then I'm gonna let it boil again. So it boiled like for 30 minutes again. Turkey is hard. The meat of turkey is hard. You have to cook it too long, but you cook it according to the way you prefer. Okay, so other people prefer the meat to be hard, but for me, I prefer the meat to be really tender or soft. So I'm going to add some water in it and let it boil again. And I'm gonna cover it and let it boil. Now you see the water is down, so now I'm gonna take it and I'm going to put it aside, and then I'm going to do the sauce. So I'm gonna put a little bit vegetable oil. You can use any oil of your choice. So now it's tomato and bell pepper and celery. See the zizo. The cha-la-la-la-la-la-la. That's how we say it back home, cha-la-la-la. So we are going to mix everything together. And now we are going to put some tomato paste, tomato sauce, garlic powder, onion powder, ginger powder, and we are going to mix it. Remember, I told you we're not going to put too many spicy in it because I want to keep that smoke flavor and I want to keep that smell. So I'm going to add some sesame. So this one help with the color. It gives you a good color whenever you're cooking. And remember, you got salt too. So we are going to mix everything together. Try to smash some tomato. So our tomato is ready. Now we are going to put the pot back and we are going to put the sauce back in the meat. And we are going to mix everything together. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of water in the pan. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in the pan and then I'm gonna clean it and put, you see, just like that. We're not wasting anything. We're not wasting anything. So now I'm gonna let it boil and then we are going to cut our cabbage. So the cabbage that I have, so I'm gonna divide it in the middle. So I divided in two because I have a small piece that it was in my fridge, but if you don't have it, just cut the whole thing. So that's the part, that's the small piece. So I'm gonna cut it like that, and then the other one I'm gonna put it back in the fridge. Yes, this one I'm gonna put it back in the fridge. But if you don't have that extra piece, go ahead and cut the whole thing. So now I'm gonna take off the green things, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna keep the green one. But this is also optional. If you want, you can throw them, but I like it because it gives you when you carry, you are going to see what I'm gonna tell you, the difference. So now I'm gonna divide it and then I'm gonna cut it. Just cut your cabbage the way you want it, but this is how I do cut the cabbage. And when I mix cabbage with, this is how I prefer to cut it. So when I mix cabbage, or when I decided to cook cabbage and mix it with like meat or something, I prefer to cut it too small. So just the way you see me cut it. But you can cut it just the way you want it. So I didn't cut, so that's the hard part. You see, that's the green, so I didn't throw it away. I just put it aside. So now I'm going to cut it just in a small pieces, and then I'm gonna show you. Just cut it in a small pieces. And I told you this one is really hard than the white part. So the white part always cook faster, but this one is a little bit hard. But I like how it give you the mixing color, like the greenish if I can say that. So look, you see, it gives you the color. You see. So now we're back on our turkey wings. Look, if you want, you can leave it just like this, and you can eat it. You can enjoy it just like this with rice, with plantain, with anything. And by the way, if you don't like look how he looks. If you don't like cabbage, you can put collard green, you can put the curly, you can put so many stuff in it. You can put even okra if you want to. So we are going to let it boil again. Now we are going to put the pots with water, and we are going to let it boil. So this is the water is hot. Now we are going to put the cabbage inside. So we are going to blanch the cabbage. I'm gonna mix it because to put the bottom on top or bottom, so that everything can cook evenly. So I'm gonna let it blanch like for 5 minutes. Don't let it sit in the water for too long. Remember, we have to cook it and put the other stuff in it. So I'm gonna let it sit like for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it off. Just like that. So now I'm going to drain it. So now that's my pot. I put it back on the fire, and then I'm gonna put a little bit oil in it. And now I'm gonna put some tomato. I'm gonna put tomato paste. I'm gonna put tomato sauce. And that's garlic powder, onion powder, and that's vegetable seasoning, and that's chicken bouillon. I'm gonna mix everything together. And now I'm going to put some the grounded nuts, the ground peanuts, but this is optional. If you want, don't put it, but this is optional. But I told you it gives a little bit good taste and a good flavor to the stew. So we are going to put it to mix everything together, and then we are going to put the cabbage back. And we are going to mix all the stuff together. Look, it looks so good. You see the green? That's my daughter. She told like I'm talking to her. So now I'm gonna put the sauce, little bit sauce, instead of me putting water. So I'm gonna put the sauce, and this gonna help the cabbage, to boil. So whenever you're watching this video, why I always wanna say video or movie. So whenever you watch this video, don't forget to share, to subscribe. So I cover it and let it boil for 5 minutes, and that's it. Look, I'm gonna mix everything together, and then I'm gonna put the meats. I'm gonna mix it with the meat. So I'm putting the meat. So I'm gonna mix everything together. Look. And I'm going to let it boil for 10 minutes, just for everything to cooperate. Look, I'm gonna test for the salt and see if I can add some more. Look. And then I'm gonna let it boil. So now I'm going to look. It looks so delicious. Oh, I like the smell. So now I'm gonna put the Maggi cube. So I'm gonna mix everything together, and our stew, our vegetable mix is ready. Look, it's already, the house is smelling so good, I can tell you. So this one you can eat it with rice, fufu, plantain, or you can just eat it just the way it is. I tell you, it's so good. So I'm gonna turn my camera and then I'm gonna show you. Look. So now it's time to eat. Bon appetit! Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. And don't forget to like. Thank you so much.